Welcome to the start of a new vlog. Today, if you like the vlogs where I talk for a very long time about stuff, you'll like this vlog. So I have a couple things to show you. Let's start with this one first though. I got a book outlet package. When's the last time we did this? I think it was...
Last year?
Was it last Boxing Day sale?
I think so.
I don't even think it was last year. I feel like it was the year before that. It's been a really long time.
We haven't got anything... I think we got something not from Boxing Day sale last year.
Maybe for like a little bit, but
yeah,
I don't think we've done any this year at all. And
this year meaning 2018.
Yeah, it's now 2019. It's the 7th.
Yeah, January. When we were at my parents' house, we ordered these the day after Christmas, Boxing Day.
I knew that I wanted to get a lot of these, and so since there was the sale, I did it then. And most of these were in my cart for like well over a year, I think, or about a year. So, and 99% of the stuff in here is for me. Like, most of it's for me. There might be like one or two things for Chris. I'm so excited. Okay, most of these are books that I've already read that I just love and want to own. Like Grounded by Megan Morrison, first book in the Time series, The Adventures of Rapunzel. Grounded, The Adventures of Rapunzel is what it's called. First book in the Time series. The third book is coming out in March, and I'm currently rereading this book. I really, really love it. I recommend. Girls Made of Snow and Glass. This is, I believe it's a Snow White retelling by Melissa
Basherdoust? Basherdoust?
I should probably figure out how to say her name, but I've just heard really good things about this retelling, and I know Kara really wants to read it soon as well, so maybe I'll like rope her into a buddy read with me or something. Okay, so these 5 books all go together. I'm so excited. The
spines look nice together.
And the covers are beautiful. So the first book is The Thief, and then the second book is The Queen of Atolia, and then the next book is The King of Atolia, and then the next book after that is A Conspiracy of Thieves. Of Kings. Wow, Conspiracy of Thieves. Wow. And then Thick as Thieves, which is why I said I was looking down at this book. And these are the first 5 books in the Queen's Thief series by Megan Wayland Turner. I've read the first 3, and number 2 is one of my favorite, and number 3. They're both 2 of my favorite fantasy books of all time. I really, really am excited to reread these, and I think there's a 6th book coming out potentially this year. I believe so. So I've been wanting... The original covers of this series are like horribly ugly, and so I'm really happy that these are actually quite lovely. I have 2 more books that also go together. I have the first book is Queen of Hearts, and then the second book is Blood of Wonderland by Colleen Oakes. These are ones that I haven't read yet, but they're obviously Alice retellings, and I wanted to read this one for my like retelling book bingo this year, so that's one. The next one is one of my favorite books of all time. It's The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss.
Giselle and I are both going to be reading this month.
Yeah, I'm going to be reading it for the 3rd time in a year. I read it for the first time in December of 2017, and then I read it in 2018, and I'm going to be reading it in January of 2019. So a year and a month, I'll have read it 3 times. I love this series so much. Please read it. It's like a retelling mix of Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Rappaccini's Daughter, The Island of Dr. Moreau, and Frankenstein. It's phenomenal. It's super feminist. It's great. I love the writing. I love the characters. And I love the second book as well. So I'm going to be rereading this year, and then rereading the second book this year for the 3rd book, hopefully coming out mid-2000.
All right. I should read the second book with you too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. And the next 3 books technically go together. So these 2 are Forest Born and River Secrets by Shannon Hale. This is book 3 and book 4 in the Books of Bayern series. I haven't read these 2 yet. These covers are stunning though. I really love the first 2 books in the series, and I actually just bought book 2 in one of our most recent vlogs, our Thanksgiving
when we were in Maryland.
Yeah, I really want to buy these covers because they're so much prettier than like the horrible covers. For comparison, the original covers are actually quite pretty, and then these are like the reprint covers that I own that are like super, super cringy. Like, especially Anna Burning. What is that cover? And then these are like the reprints that they came out with recently, and they're so much prettier. So I was dying to own these. And then along the same lines as that is Book of a Thousand Days by Shannon Hale. This, I've probably read this one like, I think I've read it 3 or 4 times now. I love this book so much. It's like Middle Eastern inspired, and it's wonderful. I think it's technically a fairy tale retelling, but I don't remember what fairy tale it is because I'm a terrible person and I haven't read the original, but like, I love this book. You should read it. You really should. Please read this book. Everything else that we got is pretty much just like standalones, or we didn't buy anything else in regards to it, so lightning round. The Bollywood Affair by Sonali Dev. This is the second book in her Bollywood series. The third book is, I actually read the third book. I read book 1 and then 3 and then 2 and then 4. And I'm glad I did it that way. Book 3, I think I would have been devastated reading book 3 if I'd read book 2 first, because the characters are related and it's like super depressing if you haven't. But I love this book. It's one of my favorite books. It's one of the books that I gave 5 stars. One? Yeah. One of the books I gave 5 stars to in 2018. And same thing with book 3, I gave 5 stars in 2017. I own book 3, now I have book 2, and now I need to find 1 and 4. The Princess Curse by Marie Haskell. This is a standalone retelling of, I believe it's the 12 Dancing Princesses. Don't quote me on that. It might not be. This is some kind of fairy tale-esque one, and it is highly, highly recommended by Kara from Wild Book Garden, and we have very similar taste on books usually, so she loves it. I'm assuming I'll love it, and she challenged me to read it this year, so I have to read it this year anyway, so I needed to buy it. Magic of Winds and Mist by Cassandra Rose Clark. This is one of Christopher's few books.
I really wanted to get this because, I mean, I read this and really loved it. I've been wanting to read this series. It was originally printed separately, but then Saga bound it up, and this is the sequel to it, and it's like on the sea fantasy, so I'm excited about it and wanted to get it. Mad Hatters and March Hares. This is edited by Ellen Datlow. I'm like, how do you say her name? Like, and one of the most famous fantasy editors. Yes. She edits, we have a couple other short story collections edited by her, like 2 or 3. And this is another one. I haven't read any of the stories in this yet, but I have been dying to read it since it came out about a year ago, I think, at this point. I really need to read this. It doesn't have the highest reviews, but I still, like, maybe you'll like a couple of stories. I'm sure I'll love a few of them and then not care for others. And this is another one that was specifically that's mine. I forgot we got that. I'm really excited about that.
And I literally just saw someone review this book and was talking about what it was about, and now I really want to read it too.
I've heard really good things about it. I wanted to get it from Tor, but I wasn't reviewing books at the time that it came out, so I felt bad asking for it, so I didn't ask for it, but I wanted it. So.
River of Teeth by Sarah Gailey, and this is like
the second book just came out this year as well. I don't remember what it's called.
It's
like a hippo something. It's a Tor.com book. So it's like one of those smaller books.
If you don't know what the premise of this is at all, I just found out what it was about a couple days ago. It's like alternate history, like US or something, where they like import a ton of hippos to like essentially be like the new cattle and to like eat hippos. And the person that I was watching said that it was super funny. I don't remember her name right now. I literally just found her, but she's one of my new favorite booktube channels. Don't remember her name because I'm a terrible person. I think it's like Library of Alexa. We will link her because she's wonderful. And she just read this and she thought it was funny. So now I want to read that too. This next one is one of Christopher's as well.
Oh yeah.
Of Sand and Malice.
I forgot about the stuff that I got. Yes, this is a novella to the Song of Shattered Sands. It's not a trilogy because there's a 4th book coming out. So whatever series. So it's Bradley P. Boulier, and I gave 5 stars to both of the books. So
yes, and do we have some of them?
Yeah, they're up there.
Yes,
they're right there.
Yes.
So
perfect. And then this one is for kind of both of us. This is The Armored Saint by Mike Cole.
Yeah, I've been wanting to read some Mike Cole. I follow him on Twitter. He's really funny, and
really awesome, so I just wanted to read some of his work. So
I've just been hearing so many good things about this novella, like this one and like Murderbot are two that I really, really want to read.
I started reading Murderbot, but I was in a reading slump, so I didn't finish it. But what I read of it was really cool. So
these are two that have been on my like radar for
that one's Tor too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all these like Tor books that have been coming out recently all look really awesome.
And then this is the one book that I like almost didn't get, but it like pushed us over so that we got like the extra like
we got the super discount because
it took off like $20 more from our cart or something. So the Flower Fairy coloring book. This is like Cecily Mary Barker's like Flower Fairies, but like you can color them in and they're so pretty. I was obsessed with her Flower Fairy book. We had like a complete, like every flower fairy she had ever drawn growing up, and I read that thing over and over and over and over and looked through all the pages, and I was like so obsessed with that. So I'm very excited to have the coloring book because it's so pretty. And then the last thing in here,
there's still more.
There's just one more, and I'm so excited. This is Beauty and the Beast, illustrated by K.Y. Craft, or Kanuko Y. Craft. I always know her as K.Y. Craft. It just says illustrated by, but I'm pretty sure that's retold by her as well. Oh, as retold by Malon F. Craft, and it's illustrated by her. And she is my favorite Chillins illustrator. My favorite Chillins illustrator of all time. She just has a way with color, especially a way with gold and her use of gold, and this is so stunning. Like, look at that. This is so beautiful. You can't possibly beat this, and this is her most recent one. I think she has a Rapunzel one coming out this year, and I can't wait with all that long golden hair, but this one just came out, I think, in 2016, and I never have gotten around to reading it. But now I will, and I was actually going through and making a list today. I like remember this was on there, but I also like forgot the order was coming. And so I was like making a list of like the top like 100 books that I'm most in the mood to read like this year. And this was one of the books that made it onto the list because I'm just so excited to read it. I'm so happy I own this. My favorite one illustrated by her is The 12 Dancing Princesses, and then I also really love King Midas and the Golden Touch. So, another book to add to my gorgeous collection of her books.
I did not realize we got so much.
I did, and like I said, most of it's for me.
And I didn't get very much, mostly because don't you worry, I'm gonna go crazy at the book barn. But we'll have lots of. We're not gonna spend any money there. We have tons of books to take there and get credit for.
I would be surprised if we spent over like $10.
Yeah, of our own money, we'll get lots of credit. It'll be awesome. And by the way, if you missed the end of the last vlog for whatever reason, my hair's red now because I'm a copycat.
Different location, different subject. Giselle's still talking way too much about stuff, mainly books. So I was watching one of Claire Russo's videos. I think that's how she says her name. I'm sorry, Claire. She ended up making this video for her 12 Days of Claremas, where she talks about how she's gonna do a book blanket, which is essentially like she's gonna crochet a little like hexagon for every book that she reads this year and color code them to be like the different genres. And then she's going to put them all together at the end of the year. And so me being the overly ambitious person that I am, who have not touched a crochet hook or a knitting needle in like 10 years at least, decided I would do the same thing. That's fine, right? So I used to really like knitting, and I did like start crocheting a bit, and then I haven't done it in a really long time. And so I will link below the Claire's video, the pattern for the one that she is choosing to use, and then I'll also link below the video because I needed visuals. I don't know what this means because I don't know the terminology for anything because I haven't done anything in so long. So I ended up watching a YouTube video, and I've made my first 2 little hexagons, and I think they turned out pretty gosh darn good, all things considering. Like, they're a little lumpy, but I'm sure I'll get better, and then I'm also sure at the end of the year I'm going to look at these and I'm going to be like, ha, and want to pull them out and redo them. It's fine though. So every color is a different. I ended up, and this is so perfect, I ended up mid-December deciding to go through all my Goodreads shelves and just pull off genre, star rating, like a very few minimal stats, and not like put in the title and everything, because I didn't use a spreadsheet to track my reading this year. And because I did that, I was able to look at like what I read the most of and then choose like my favorite colors off of that. So my first color is just fantasy. And for this I'm thinking more, it's like technically more like high fantasy, or even like portal fantasy, where they spend most of the time in like an alternate fantasy world. Is this really pretty like teal color, like tealy green. And then contemporary was my next biggest one, and for this I chose like this, like I guess like raspberry burgundy color. And then for historical fiction I chose this like taupey brown gray color, and that's the one that I made my first 2 hexagons out of. And then green is urban fantasy, which is kind of perfect. I was like watching Claire, she does this. She's occasionally done this with a couple other friends. I can link that video down below as well. And a lot of other like booktubers and people have done it in general, called Stitch and Bitch, where they like get together and craft and just like talk. And when she was doing that, she said that she was thinking of like doing a different things of color. And one of the other girls was saying that as well, like different like variations of color for the ones. And when I planned these out, I wasn't even thinking of that, but these are variations on the same color, and they're within the same genre, but like urban and high fantasy. And then I have this really pretty like purple for nonfiction. Christopher made me get this one. He was like, this purple, you need it. And I was like, okay, babe. And then I have this beige, which I'm going to use for classics. And then again, within that same theme, it's like along the same colors scheme, and this is going to be sci-fi, which is perfect because it's within that variation. And then my last one is black, and that's going to be mystery. And for this I'm going to use this color, the black, to like border the whole blanket at the end, and probably stitch them all together as well. So I was like, Chris, oh, and we also bought like hooks as well, but I was like, Chris, I'm gonna crochet a blanket. And he's like, okay, let's go pick out yarn. And I was like, you're literally the best ever. You're so supportive. And I wasn't even sure, but like, I remember how to crochet. Like, I didn't have to like look up any like beginner or whatever. I just like watched it and I popped these out. This was my 3rd try and this was my 4th try. The other 2 I ripped out because they were like looked terrible.
They were just practices.
They were practice ones, and I didn't like cut the yarn or anything. I just did it, immediately tore it all out, did it again, immediately tore it out, and then did it. And like, these are the 2 that I kept. So now tonight I've actually finished 6 books so far. 2 of them were historical fiction, and then I have some urban fantasy, I have a mystery, and I don't know what else I'm missing. I think mostly urban fantasy and mystery are my 2 other ones. So these all, I'm gonna roll these skeins tonight, and while Chris is doing his Kingdom Hearts live stream, I will be making myself some more hexagons. We are on our way somewhere super exciting for me. I think Chris is really excited as well. He's
very intrigued, and
he's gonna be happy not to have to tell me everything that's going on whenever we watch something together on the TV. I'm on my way to an eye appointment, which I haven't gotten my eyes checked. I think I got my eyes checked right before I moved out of my home, like in California with my parents. So 4 years ago, I guess, a little over 4 years ago. So it's been a few years, and I felt like even then, they told me I had 20/20 vision, and I was very surprised by that because I felt like even then I was having trouble like reading signs and stuff while driving. But like, it was nothing like horrible where like I couldn't drive. It was just like annoying because you'd have to get pretty close to the sign in order to be able to like read it to turn. But my eyes, especially in the past year, have like plummeted in being able to read anything, and everything's getting blurry far away and stuff. Like, I'm still like okay, like I don't think I'm not nearly as bad as Christopher, but it got to the point where a few weeks ago, just for like a lark, we were looking at the TV or whatever, and I was like, babe, can I try on your glasses? And I tried on his glasses, and it made the TV clearer. So, I think I need glasses. And so...
Giselle super needs glasses. She very, very badly needs glasses.
I'm so excited.
I keep saying, like, hey, are you ready to have glasses soon? And she's like, maybe I'll have glasses. Like, you know, like maybe they'll say I have perfect vision again. And I'm like, no, you 100% need glasses.
Well, if I do need glasses, I'm so ready for them. I don't think I can do contacts. Maybe there's something I can look into and consider like a few years down the road. But just like the expensiveness and how, I don't know, like the time constraint on them, I guess. Like, I'm too lazy. I will just wear glasses. Like, I know I've worn like colored contacts before, and I know they can be like larger sometimes than normal contacts, but sometimes I've like spent like literally an hour putting those in. I don't have literally an hour to spend making it so that I can see to go to work in the morning. Like, nobody has time for that.
For me personally, contacts just terrify me completely and totally. So glasses it is for me, and I'm excited. I am excited to see you in glasses. I think you're gonna look really good in glasses. It's gonna be really fun. I mean, you are gonna look really. You look really good always. But I think glasses are going to suit you well.
I mean, I've talked about this before, and I'm not trying to sound, like, conceited or anything, but I just feel like I have, like, the face and the body and the personality to, like, pull off literally almost everything, which is, I mean, nice. I definitely utilize that, and my style definitely reflects that.
Hairstyles and clothing styles and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and like even makeup, like I can do like really, really dramatic vampy makeup.
Some people like it definitely wouldn't work for them to do some of the dramatic makeup things that Giselle does, and like it just works for her.
I just feel like I can like pull it off really well. So I feel like hopefully that means that a lot of frames will suit me as well, and that'll have like a wide variety to choose from that like actually look half decent on me. But I don't know if I'm actually gonna get the glasses today. Hopefully I do. That would be amazing. But
yeah, we're going to Lens Crafters, so like they have glasses there, and we have new vision insurance that started. That's why she's able to do this now. But our vision insurance covers a pair of glasses pretty decently in store. Usually I always order my glasses online, so like if she doesn't like any here, then maybe there's probably other glasses places around here. We can probably go to them and look at the frames.
Target is literally what we're driving past right now.
We can go to Target and look at their stuff as well. Except I don't think they have an optical section, which is why we're not going there.
Oh, okay. I thought they did.
An appointment, but
it's fine.
We can maybe find somewhere else to go if you don't like anything here, or we can buy stuff online as well.
But the point is, glasses will probably be on my face very, very soon, and I cannot wait.
How does everything look out of them?
Oh my gosh, it's so clear.
Isn't it clear? Isn't it like a whole new world?
Oh my gosh.
That's how I felt when I first got glasses too.
How do they fit? Too tight, too loose?
I feel like they're kind of
a little loose. Let me tighten them behind the ears.
Oh, I love them. Do you love them?
Yeah.
No, I think
They look
good.
cute. Do you want to keep them on or?
Yeah.
They look fine. All right, and there you're all set. Enjoy those.
All right.
And if anything, come back and see us. All right.
I have glasses now. They're really interesting. I don't know. I like them a lot. I definitely want to get like multiple pairs. I'm definitely that kind of person that's going to want multiple pair of glasses, which is excessive, but I like different styles, and I feel like a lot of the styles looked really good on me. Like, I was not at all surprised that almost all the glasses I tried on, I think looked pretty good on me. Some of them were like not my thing at all, but like I really want to get a pair of like clear ones.
Yeah. She's just a lucky person who has like that kind of face shape that all types of glasses fit. That does not work for me at all. I look funky in a lot of different kinds of glasses, but she looks good in all the different shapes and stuff.
I don't think that's true. I think you look good in a lot more than you think you do. You're just picky. But I definitely want to get more in the future, but like they'd be like super cheap pairs online.
Yeah, we get like on. That's where I get my glasses from. These glasses are like $30 or something like that. So she'll probably get something like that from places
like
that I can.
One or
from.
two pairs eventually, and it'll be like fun to have extra pairs. It'll be fun to have like multiple styles, but like these will be like my daily ones for the next several months, and like they're like high quality and they're like a nice prestige brand. I almost went with like another pair, but they were like $70 more, and I'm like, okay, calm your horses, Giselle. Yeah. You don't need them.
The vision insurance definitely did cover a really good amount. Like those are really nice glasses, and we got them for a decent amount. Like glasses are always expensive in a store, but the insurance helped a lot. So
yeah, but I don't know, I like them a lot, and I'm glad that I have them, and I'm V excited. They also came with this like little like nifty case. They're Burberry, by the way. They came with a little case that I will carry them around in. I don't need to wear them all the time. I probably won't be wearing them in the house at all, so you probably won't see me wearing them very often, because he said that I really should only wear them for like long distance stuff. So I think I might wear them at work, except for when I'm on the screens. So I don't know. I don't have to see stuff from work very far away very often, so maybe I won't wear them at work at all, but like for driving, they are definitely a necessity. The fact that I can like read all these signs and see stuff, like
she put them on and she was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I can see everything these signs are saying. It's nuts. It's like,
it's nice.
It's really cool. It's really cool to finally see the world clear.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And like, everything's not fuzzy for once. So I'm definitely on cloud 9 right now, and it's amazing. We also ended up spending a long time at the mall looking at a new phone for me, because you'll see this in an upcoming reading vlog of mine, but like my phone now won't charge except for through like with the current charger that I have, except for through the computer. So, and I've had this phone for a couple years and it's all paid off and everything. So I think I'm just gonna get a new phone that's not Apple, because Apple is literal garbage. So
heck yeah,
we spent some time.
Yes, it is.
Like the battery life is terrible. We were talking about it, and Chris was like, oh, do you want to trade your phone in? Like, instead of just getting a new phone, do you want to like trade it in for like, we get like $80 back or whatever? And I'm like, I might as well, because I can't use this phone anyway except for charging it through the computer. It dies in an hour, and like literally dies in an hour. If I'm watching YouTube or doing anything that drains battery whatsoever, it like dies so quickly. I'm like, and that's not going to be an issue with my new phone, so I won't have to have a second phone as like a backup while this one's charging. I can plug my phone in for 15 minutes, it will charge to 80%, and I will be able to use it for a day. Like, so that it will be definitely a huge improvement. So expect a new phone from Giselle, and me not having to constantly be switching my phones to like preserve battery life and stuff. It's just so stupid. You shouldn't have to do that with like a $900 phone from Apple.
Yeah.
Like,
that's ridiculous.
Maybe don't make your phone suck so much. So I'm really excited. So I found out which phone that I want, and we're gonna order it tonight, and hopefully I'll get it by like Wednesday, I think. But there are the glasses. I love them. They're great. I think they're quite flattering, and I can see. It's marvelous. So I just got home from work. It's the 17th. It's Thursday. I have some exciting packages. Most exciting being this one right here. Guess what it is? I only talked about it literally like 1 second ago. G7 Thin Q. Oh gosh. Oh.
I think
that
it might be
would be
pronounced think.
Really?
Thin Q, think. But like I think that's what they're going for. It's thin, but also has a Q at the end, so it's think. I don't know.
No, that's dumb. It's a thin Q. They shouldn't have called it something silly if they didn't want it to be mispronounced. Okay, are you ready? Do you want to see it? Ooh.
It's such a nice
Oh my gosh. It's like a raspberry pinky color. I think it's a little bit more pink than I would like love, but I've also never had a colored phone before, so it's so cold. And it's all wrapped up all tight.
Been sitting
And
outside all day.
it has an activation thing. I have to activate it by September 6th, 2021.
Oh, okay then. Well, I assume we'll activate it within the next few minutes.
And then, yeah, for sure. And then I also have a little, like, charger thingy and a charger thingy. Yours is bulkier. Mine is thinner and longer. It's long. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited. It's definitely getting a case put on it immediately. Thank goodness we have these. Alright, so this is it's a 2-pack of cases. I don't know why you would want a 2-pack, but I have one, so if one gets dirty or disgusting or whatever. These are honestly the ones that had like the best reviews online from what I was looking at that was like within like a decent price range. Like I'm not the kind of person to spend $40 on a phone case. Like that's just not me. I'm the kind of person to spend like maybe $15 on a phone case. So they're like a flexible plastic, but they're not like insanely flexible, and they had really good reviews. So hopefully this all good. And I thought it would be fun to get like a clear one because then it could also like show off my phone color. And then if I decide I hate my phone color or just don't want to show it off anymore, I can always get like an opaque like black one or something. Lots of goodies in here. So I got some glass screen protectors. That will be great. I got a 128 gig SIM card because I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I like to keep a lot of them on my phone at one time. So this is what this will be used for. And now I think I'll be able to, I think the way this works is that it builds on top of the gigs that are already in here. So I think I'm going to have like around like 180 gigs or something like that. And so I should also be able to like download YouTube videos as well for like plane flights and stuff, which will be a nice addition. And the last thing I got is not whatsoever phone related, but just something that will relate to something that I've been doing a lot recently. I got myself a coffee grinder, and I don't drink coffee, but I do make a lot of jerky. And I'm going to use this to grind up peppercorns so that I can have fresh pepper to put on jerky. And it will be a marvelous thing. I hate using the little like hand grinder thing. It makes my wrist hurt and my hands sore, but like this will simplify and make everything better, and I can like do a huge quantity at once if I need to, and then any excess I can just like store in like a little like Tupperware, and then I can like have it for the next few batches or so if I need to. So here we are. This is my phone. Let's plug it in.
So it is actually now Saturday, the 26th of January. I kind of knew January would be a little bit of a slower vlogging month for us, because I thought we would probably like vlog a little bit at the beginning of the year, have a vlog that's kind of showcasing the beginning of the year, and then a vlog when Giselle gets her new glasses, which we did here, and then a vlog when we go to the book barn, which is actually happening tomorrow. That's the next vlog you'll see. It's just a full day at the book barn, which I'm really looking forward to going to and filming. We have a ton of books to bring with us that we're going to give to them, and we should get some really nice store credit. We have like over 100 some books to take to them, and we should get a pretty decent amount of books to bring back here, which we're really excited about. Tonight we have to put all those book boxes into our car. There's like 7 of them, something like that, 6 or 7 boxes of books that we're going to put in the car, and we're going to leave super early in the morning tomorrow to go to their 30% off sale that they do every year. We've been going to it for the past, I think this is their 3rd or 4th year going to that, and it's great. It's the best, and I'm really looking forward to both the 30% off and the, hopefully we won't have to spend too much like actual money out of pocket for all the books we bring back, because we're giving them so much, which would be really nice. I love that about the book barn. Anyway, so not too much has happened since the last time you saw us. I've just been doing my Kingdom Hearts streams. They've been going pretty well. Lots of people have been showing up and hanging out for a little while, and there's some regulars that show up all the time, and it's been really nice, and some people that I can see are watching after the fact and stuff, and I hope people are enjoying it that are watching it. If you want to just come and hang out, if you don't care about the games, if you don't care about like watching video games or watching me play video games at all, or these games specifically, if you just want to come in for like a few minutes, half an hour or an hour, just like chat with me and with the other people that are there, that would be really awesome too. You can totally do that. I would love that. Some people have done that, and we are like doing Chain of Memories right now, which is the game in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 will take up a decent amount of February. We're going to start Kingdom Hearts 2 next week. I'm almost done with Chain of Memories. We're going to start Kingdom Hearts 2 next week. That'll take up some in February, and then we'll do Birth by Sleep, which is the game before Kingdom Hearts 3, which actually comes out this week. I'm going to be playing it, starting it a little bit later than its actual release date, which is totally fine, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hope everyone that has come has enjoyed it, and I hope anyone that hasn't come yet still feels like they can. Don't necessarily have had to watch all the other stuff that's come so far. You can just show up and hang out, and that would be a lot of fun if you did that. We've also been reading a lot. Giselle has been reading a ton and doing a ton of like reading planning, and she's just really on top of her reading, and she's been working on her like book blanket that she is making hexagons for, that she's crocheting hexagons for, to make into a blanket that is like showcases her reading year. I've been doing a Twitter thread where I like post all the books I've been reading. Every single book this year that I read, I'm going to post a little Twitter-friendly review, like 280 character review. I mean, like a nice, short, concise review of my thoughts and stuff. And I've been reading a decent amount. I think I'm at like 10 books or something so far for the year, which is actually pretty good for me. It's a lot better. I feel way more in the mood for reading than I have in like over a year. I feel so in the mood for reading, and I just want to read everything. I'm in the mood for everything, which is awesome. I can't wait to read so much this year. It's going to happen. And then real quick, something that happened last night, actually. I thought about vlogging about it last night. Didn't end up getting to it, but it was kind of a thing where like we just needed some time to, and like at least it's been like almost 24 hours now since it first like really became a thing. So I think I needed the time to process. Basically, I went to the ER yesterday. I went to the hospital. I was having really bad chest, not pain necessarily, but pressure in my chest all day long, like right here. And it was very concerning to me. I was just sitting there at my desk all day at work, freaking out and having like anxiety attacks and just making it worse. And my heart was beating so fast, and like it would beat fast and slow down and beat fast and slow down. And I could feel my heart beating irregularly, and just like it was really concerning. And so I came home early, and Giselle took me to the ER, and we were there for a few hours, and they said it's something serious. They did like the EKG on me. They took my vitals and did an X-ray, and they said everything looks fine. So they just said it's heart palpitations. That's what they said, and that it's not serious, and that it should go away. And I actually do plan on going to the doctor in a few weeks. I had a doctor's appointment in a few weeks. I haven't been to the doctor in a really, really long time.
So I've like been meaning to make a doctor's appointment to have like a regular doctor's, to have regular doctor's visits for the first time in a long time, and the show just so happened to fall in a pretty inopportune moment, like right before I actually went to the doctor, and hopefully I'll be able to like gauge how I feel over the next few weeks while I wait to go to the doctor, and then I'll get checked up regularly and stuff, and they'll do like blood work and all that kind of stuff, and it'll be like an actual physical, do a blood work, and they'll be able to keep an eye on anything that might be an issue. So yeah, hopefully I'm okay. I should be. They said I'm okay. They said it wasn't serious. So I still feel it sort of, but it's like it's been fading quite a bit today. I feel like it's getting a lot better, honestly, and that makes me feel really good. I was worried it would just stay the way it was, but it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. This is the thing that I had on my wrist that I took off. I actually didn't take it off until I almost went to bed last night with it on. I almost forgot to take it off, but that's from that. And this was like some vital stuff that they gave to me to like show me that I'm like, they said the stuff was mostly normal, that it was all good, that my heart rate was actually not going super fast, my pulse wasn't too bad, my blood pressure is not bad, like it's fairly normal blood pressure. I had been having like anxiety attacks all day because I didn't know what was happening to me, and so like that mixed with the pressure I was feeling, I feel like just made it worse, but now I'm feeling much better, and I feel like it's going away. So anyway, this has been a long ramble. This is at the end of the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow when we go to the book barn.